What up? I'm back. I had to go take care of some business real quick, and then I was gonna come back, right? And y'all, let me tell you, fix my mirror real quick. Hold up. Huh. Let me tell you something. So you got, oh, I forgot to put, oh, well, I didn't put primer on my face or whatever, but that's okay because I wasn't planning on doing no full face of makeup anyway. Oh my God, I just ate primer. Jesus. Jesus. Take the wheel. But anyway. So you guys, I just went to my mom's house. As I just said before I got off that, I just heard her coming home from dialysis or whatever. So I went over there to help her make her breakfast. And then I was gonna come back and finish my life. So I went and did that. Tell me why. After I finished, like she finished eating, and then I helped her get to the bathroom or whatever. Tell me how. Like I went into the bath, like wash, like while I was getting her wash rag or whatever to wipe up and stuff afterwards. I was looking in the mirror, and let me just say this: I feel for y'all. I feel for you. I feel for everybody like myself who is a novice or a beginner at doing makeup, and you know some things but you just don't know everything. You know what I mean? You know enough to get by. You know what I'm saying? Because girl, like I'm thinking, okay, at least have my eyebrows done, at least I'm gonna be cute. You know what I'm saying? So at least any other day I just run outside and go to her house and do what I gotta do. I don't care what I look like, scarf on, hair out, whatever, eyebrows bushy. Sometimes I even go over there in my pajamas because I'm literally just walking out my apartment and going next door. Like I ain't got to get all ready for that. So anyway, why is it so dark in here? Is it me? Yeah, what happened to the lights? I don't know. I guess the sun must have moved or something because it wasn't this dark before. I didn't have to have both lights on. But anyway, yes, I'll go over there. I'm looking in the mirror. All of a sudden, I see all these brown marks around my eyebrow. You see it now? See, y'all see it now. I think you can see it. You see that? Oh my God, my eyebrow. Yo, that powder that I put on to set my eyebrows, I didn't blend that shit at all. Like, and here I am thinking I'm beat. You see, these lights will have you out here. These lights will have you out here, okay? And then when you go into some other type of lighting, all of a sudden you look like a different person. It's like, I just can't. But anyway, back to my story, right? I was getting into the real recognize real part of the video. And I said I wasn't done with Wendy Williams either because this topic is related to her. But I said, let me try to blend this a little better real quick, you guys. So I don't know what I was thinking. And it's because you know what it is? I normally put foundation on after I do my eyebrows. So it usually makes everything one color anyway. And this time I didn't want to put foundation on. So that's why it was unblended now that I think about it. Because I didn't put my base foundation on top of this. That's normally what I would do. I would do eyebrows and then foundation goes right on top of that. So everything looks one color rather than several different shades. But I didn't do that this time because I did not feel like putting foundation on my face. So now I got to figure out how to blend this or make it look normal. I can't trust this mirror either because this was the one that had me out here. So let me check this one. Oh, it looked better here. But yeah, it looked better now. I think I just had to blend. Hold up. Let me blend some more because I don't know. It don't matter. Like I said, I ain't really going out and nothing like that. But like, it's a matter of if you gonna practice, you need to practice the right way. Okay? Don't practice the wrong way because then you develop bad habits. You feel me? So every time I put makeup on, whether I'm going anywhere or not, it's basically a trial run. It's basically practice. And every time I do it, it seems to get a little easier, but then not really. It depends. So I don't know. But anyway, I feel blended now. I don't know. This mirror cannot be trusted. This mirror cannot be trusted. Like I'm kind of still seeing that shadow. I'm not sure. Is it me? You guys. Do you still see that shadow? I mean, I don't see it anymore. But I just don't know. Anyway, let's just carry on. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about real recognize real. So, yeah, I wanted to say I graduated high school in 2006, right? So this was some time ago. But I remember back in high school, like in elementary school, I know nothing about this. In middle school, I know nothing about this. It was when I got to high school and really my freshman and sophomore year, but really, yeah, freshman year, whatever. But like sophomore year, junior year, and senior year is when this really started to be noticeable. So, you know how when you become a teenager, usually your hormones, kick in, and then that's when you start wanting to be, you want to start dating and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You looking for your little boyfriend and stuff like that. Usually, when you're a teenager, that's when you start to get interested in things like that, or at least that was the case for me. Because prior to high school, I didn't care about them. I didn't care about boys. You feel me? It was high school, and then I started to see, all the little couples. This, oh, that's her boyfriend, whatever, right? So I'm like, I was like, I was low key a little jealous. I was like, oh, I want a boyfriend. I didn't know nothing about a boyfriend or what it was for. I just wanted one because other people had, because other people had one, which is sad, but it's the truth. I'm gonna be real with the truth. So yeah, that's when I really started to get into guys. Like that was like in high school. So anyway, I say that to say is, people start pairing up and stuff like that. And then what me and some of my friends noticed rather, and we used to discuss it amongst ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that was the first time I really started to encounter, people who identified as homosexual, or people whose sexual identity or preference was different than my own. That was the first time I really encountered that in life. Um, I started to run into gay girls, girls who liked other girls. I started to run into gay guys, guys who liked other guys, and even ran into some bisexual people. Okay, um, girls that like both girls and guys. You know what I'm saying? And I even encountered a guy who was bisexual. He liked both girls and boys, and that one surprised me a little bit because that was really outside of what my little brain could process at the time. You know what I mean? It was a little bit different. And again, I didn't have no problems with nobody because even the guy, you know what I'm saying, who was bisexual happened to be in the band, and I was a part of the band. You know what I mean? And he was cool. Like he was cool beans. You know what I'm saying? Like he was lit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I thought the guy was cute. If anything, I was a little shocked, you know what I mean, that he actually liked guys too because he was cute, you know what I'm saying? And I might have had a little bit of a crush on him. I don't know. I don't remember, but I did find out that he was bi, and that didn't change my perception of him at all. Like I still thought he was a nice person. I still thought he was lit. I still thought he was cute, but I just know I can't. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, how do I know he ain't gonna leave me for a guy because he's he bad, the guy is better than me, like, or whatever, like I don't know. So I didn't entertain it too much or whatever, but it was interesting that at least I knew one bisexual guy, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, different, right? So I say that to say that me and my friends, we started to notice, right, that there were some individuals in our school, in our high school, who, I can't really say this too much for the men, but I could definitely say this for the women, right? So some of the AG girls, and that's how we used to refer to them back in the day anyway. We used to refer to them as AG girls. And that was the girls who were gay, but they dressed like boys, and then you had girls who were femme, you know what I'm saying? Like who were gay, but they dressed like girls, you know what I'm saying? So that was the difference. And that's how we used to refer to gay girls back in high school. The ones who dressed like boys, we used to call them AGs, or at least some people used to call them. I never really use that term too much anyway, but that's how majority of people would identify them. And the thing about it was, like, it was crazy, but me and my friends used to discuss how sometimes I can't think off the top of my head specific individuals, but I can remember that there is at least two AG girls at my high school who honestly, they really passed for really cute boys. I'm not gonna lie. Like you like me saying, if you did not know that was a girl, you know what I'm saying, you would do a double take. You know what I'm saying? And I did double takes at some of these people because I wasn't sure. Like, what am I looking at? No offense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'll look real quick and you'll make a comment to your friend, or you'll be, well, one thing we didn't do was we didn't rush to make judgments because we learned, okay? Because we be looking at some of the AG girls and be like, you know what? Sad to say, like, but she is very passable. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like, yo, if we didn't know that was a girl and we just randomly saw this person for the first time, we might think that was a boy. And we might even try to holler. You know what I'm saying? Because she's actually passable for a cute boy. So it was like, wow, you know what I mean? It really threw us off a little bit. And we didn't talk about it too much, but it came up in conversation maybe once or twice. You know, how passable some of the AG girls were. Now, I can't really say I ran into any boys who passed really well as female. Um, I can't really say that was the case. Most gay guys, they would just be gay guys. They didn't really dress up like girls and stuff like that at the time. Now it's a different situation, I'm sure. But at that time, I don't really recall there being any boys who dressed like girls or anything of that nature. And again, like I said, I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. So I bring up that story as real, recognize real because like we knew they were girls, you know what I'm saying? So which is why, you know, we didn't we didn't try to holler or nothing like that because we knew they were girls and we knew they were gay. But we did think that they were pretty passable. Like if we didn't know that, we would think that was a boy, possibly, right? So anyway, back to Wendy Williams. So another reason why I'm bringing that up is because even from when I was younger, like I could pick up when certain things were like, you know, when certain things were like off. You know what I mean? About an individual. Like, and most people I think are like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just a select few group of people. But some people are sensitive. Like, they can pick up when something is off about somebody. Now, it could be either your personality, something about your personality is off. It could be something about physically, something about the way you look. Um, it could be it could honestly, it could even be your aura. It could even be like a spiritual thing. Like you're just giving off this vibe that's kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? And it's not something I really encountered too much when I was younger. It wasn't until I started to get older that I started to encounter stuff like this. Actually, you know, that's not true. I would see it on TV. I would see it on TV a lot. Um, Certain celebrities, for example, that I would see on television and they'd be, you know, bigging up this person or giving this person so much publicity or whatever. And I'm definitely supposed to still be doing my makeup. But anyway, they'll be giving up this person all this publicity and stuff like that. But in your mind, you know something ain't right. You know something ain't right. And some people will call it out, others will not. You feel me? I was that person where I would know something would be off with somebody, but I won't say anything unless somebody else says it first. You feel me? I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that one to call you out. So the reason why I'm saying that is, okay, let's go back to Wendy Williams. So Wendy Williams, let's get past the whole sling in the arm and the all of that. Like whatever. We know. We got your card already with that. But here's another one. I don't understand. Like, okay, if you've been on YouTube and you watch YouTube regularly enough, you will probably encounter some videos where they will claim that certain celebrities are not who they say they are. And what they mean is like they'll be wanting to say like, oh, certain female celebrities are not actually female. Or that they weren't born female, that they were actually born male and then they transitioned into female. And they became famous as the other gender, not as the gender that they were born as, but gender that they presented themselves as. And that can be a little confusing when you first start to encounter videos like that. You don't really know how to address it. However, you can't lie. Some of these people got a point. Okay, some of these people have a point. If you watch enough of them and you really look in at some of these celebrities, you'll notice, yeah, some of them have a point. Some of them have a point. Okay, and Wendy Williams is one of those people. Like, from the gate, I knew something was wrong with Wendy Williams. Something about her did not make sense to me. She was one of those individuals. Who's another one? Wendy Williams was one. Before I even knew who Wendy Williams was, Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie was one of the first people who really raised eyebrows for me, just for me personally. I would see her everywhere. I would see her in movies, on TV. She was this big video game character. Oh, boys went crazy for the Tomb Raider shit. They went in for the Tomb Raider shit back in the day, right? And I never understood it. I never got it. I was like, what's so sexy about Angelina Jolie? I don't see nothing sexy about her. And I don't know. It'd be call me a hater, call me what you want. Okay, but I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. I was just like, I don't see what people are so wow about. And then she ended up with somebody like Brad Pitt, which is like quote unquote was in a magazine as one of the world's sexiest men or most sexiest whatever. How did she end up with him? Like, I don't know. I just don't know, girl. I just don't know. Okay? But Angelina Jolie was one of the first people who raised eyebrows for me. Because, first of all I see when I see Angelina Jolie is plastic surgery. I don't know what you see, but that's what I see. Okay? From the rip. I mean, from when I was young, I knew something was wrong with that woman. Even though they were calling her a woman, even though they had her on the screen, this, that, and that, in the back of my mind, I always said something's not right with the situation. I never really verbalized it. You know what I mean? But I always knew. I always knew. So when later on, when people started coming out with these videos talking about, oh, this person wasn't always, is not who you think they are, that wasn't no shock to me. Some of those people were not a shock to me because unlike some of these AG girls, okay, that I was seeing back in the day who could easily pass for boys and whatnot, like as I said, we didn't see a lot of men doing that. We didn't see a lot of boys dressing up like girls and stuff back in my day, back in high school, whatever. Even though they were gay and some of them identified as gay, and they would be like, girl, all of that. But at the same token, they was not dressing up like girls. They wasn't wearing dresses, heels or nothing like that. Like, no, bitch, they wasn't doing that back in the day. So we didn't really see too many boys passing off as girls back then. But anyway, so I say that to say that some people, when they decide to transition officially, or some people who identify as another gender for whatever reason, and they decide to start dressing and behaving and living as that other gender, I don't have a problem with that. I never did have a problem with that. It's just that some people are passable, meaning they look like the gender that they're going for. You feel me? And they didn't have to do too much work. You feel me? Others are not that passable. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, they're not that passable. Like, there's certain things about them that stand out as obviously being not what it's supposed to be. And Angelina Jolie was one of those people. Real talk. Like, she had big old lips, which did not look natural on her face. Let me just tell you that. It didn't, her lips are not in proportion with the rest of her face. Like, and I'm somebody, let me just tell you, I'm a Libra. So I'm somebody who's very into aesthetics. Like, I don't know too many other Libras, but in general, our astrology, when you look up our astrology, what they say about Libras is not only are we, we're big on fairness and balance and all of that, but we're also into aesthetics. Like, we're into looks to some degree. I'm not saying we're superficial or shallow people. That's not what I mean. I mean, we like for things to look nice. You know what I'm saying? It could be at least, let me refer to myself. At least for me, I like to look presentable. That's something that's a part of my personality. I'm not like, when I'm in the house, it is what it is. When I'm by myself in my house, nobody's looking at me. I don't plan on going outside. It is what it is because nobody's laying eyes on me that day. So I do not care. I do not care. You feel me? But there are times when I go, when I'm stepping out, even if I'm going to like the store, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those girls. I'm one of those girls that don't even feel comfortable wearing a scarf outside. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many other people can relate to that. Like, some people don't care. They wrap their hair up and just go outside. And I'm not saying I've never done it. I have done it. You know what I mean? Like, in the middle of the night or real early in the morning, if I had to drop my boyfriend off somewhere, could take him to work or pick him up from somewhere real late at night or something, and I just ain't got the energy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk right out there with my hoodie and my scarf on and just whoop, put my hood on and jump in the car, do what I gotta do. You feel me? But for the most part, and I would say 90% of the time, you will not catch me outside in public with a scarf on my head. Unless I have it tied in some type of head wrap and make it look like a head wrap. Um, No, you would not just see me with curlers, rollers, and a scarf on my head and outside. Like, you won't see me walking around the grocery store in my pajamas. You know what I'm saying? People do that, but I can't. I cannot see myself doing that. And that's just, I feel like that's just part of the Libra in me. You know, it's that's big on aesthetics. So we just like to look presentable. At least for me, I like to look presentable. If I got to be in front of people, I need to look presentable. I'm not saying I got to be snatched from head to toe. I just, my hair need to look somewhat okay. My face needs to look somewhat okay. I need to not be ashy. I need to at least have some chapstick on. You know what I'm saying? I have to look like I did something to myself this morning. Okay? I can't just look like I rolled out of bed. That's just not me. But anyway, so I'm somebody who's big on aesthetics. So I'm looking. And I've always been an observant person too. I pay attention to things. You know, I'm very quiet, so I may not always talk too much. But believe you me, I'm taking in information. Okay, I may not always say what I'm thinking, but I am taking in information. That's one thing about a real quiet person like myself. I noticed from when I was young, I'm real observant. Like I pay attention to things. Like because my mouth is not always running, it leaves room for me to hear things that other people don't hear. It leaves room for me to see things that other people may not pay attention to because they too busy running their mouth talking about this, talking about that, and they're not paying attention. So Angelina Jolie was the first one who I looked at, and I was like, no, something ain't right. Something ain't right. They telling me this is a woman, but something don't look right about this woman. Her chest was way, way, way too big, and yet her arms mad skinny. Her legs mad skinny. She ain't got no hips. She ain't got no butt. She just got big, big titties, and she got these huge lips that don't really seem like they fit on her face. They literally look like they ripped these lips off of somebody else and sewed them onto her face. Like I don't know, but she never looked normal to me. She always looked odd to me. No matter how they try to dress her up, no matter how they try to put the makeup on, no matter how they try to do whatever, she always looked weird to me. I'm sorry. And I bring that up to say that Wendy Williams, let's think about it, you guys. Who's built exactly like Angelina Jolie? Wendy Williams. Like there's a body type, okay? I've seen all types of body types in my life. Okay? I've seen big girls. I've seen skinny girls. I've seen tall, thin, model-esque type girls. I've seen the short, chunky girls who are real wide and thick. I've seen all kinds of body types in my life, but I have never seen anybody built like Angelina Jolie. I mean, just huge titties, and everything else is just mad, mad thin. Thin, thin arms, thin, thin legs. No hips, no butt, just hella titties. Like, I've never seen that in a real person. I've never seen it. I'm sorry, I haven't. Um, I've seen girls who are heavy, heavy chest, they're well endowed in the chest area, but usually they balance out in some other type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, let me see. They usually balance out in some type of way. Like I remember when I was in middle school, for example, right before high school, I was in middle school, and there was a girl in my class. I remember her well because the guys used to go crazy for this girl because I don't know what was in her fucking food, okay? But it's like she developed way faster than anybody else that I knew. You feel me? Like I mean, girls were starting to develop titties in middle school. Yes, I was not one of them, but I've been an A cup for God knows how long, and then finally got into B, and that's barely. I think that's just because of my back. It ain't got nothing to do with what happened in the front. You know what I'm saying? Just my size in itself. But anyway, I've been an A cup pretty much my whole life. Okay? But there was this girl in my middle school, and she just was built crazy. Like she had these big, 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 big titties, right? And all the guys was trying to get with her because of that. And let me just tell you, she was not that cute in the face. She didn't have too much to offer. She didn't even dress cute, okay? She didn't even always have her hair done. But boys didn't care because boys are so freaking immature, all right? They used to be hounding this girl like it was crazy, all over some titties, okay? But even I'm trying to think of what the rest of her body was shaped like, and she wasn't skinny though. She was kind of short, like myself, a little bit taller than me by an inch or two maybe. So she was a little bit on the short side. She wasn't thick though. You know what I'm saying? She had a small waist that I can remember. And I don't remember her having like a real big butt, but she did have hips. She did have thighs. She looked okay. She was heavy at the top. Don't get me wrong. She was heavy at the top, but even so, she didn't look like Angelina Jolie. She wasn't proportional, but she didn't look strange. You know what I mean? To the point where you just had to stare type of thing. Like, I mean, I couldn't believe how big her titties were for her to be the age that she was. So that's one reason to stare. But at the same token, whatever. So anyway, who else is built like Angelina Jolie, you guys? Wendy Williams. She's another one. She's another one from the gate. The very first time I laid eyes on Wendy Williams, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong because no woman in life is built like this woman is built. Okay? And yes, we know Wendy Williams has had plastic surgery. There's no secret about that. But come on, y'all. Who else is a poster girl for plastic surgery? Miss Kim K, who I could be without anyway. She's a whole I can do a whole hour on why I don't like her. But anyway, point is, Kim K, she's another one. Like at least she tried, you know what I'm saying, to make herself look like a woman. If you didn't know Kim K, she could pass. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't know her like I know her, you feel me? From years of watching her and how she operates, like she could pass. She could pass. Kim K, if she was a man, if she was a boy, whatever, she's passable. Okay, there's a difference between passable and this is straight up wrong. Angelina Jolie, wrong. Wendy Williams, wrong. Okay, those two people, you're not gonna convince me that those are natural born women. You're not. You're not. Now they could be. You can say they're transgender. You could say they used to be boys and they transitioned into women. I'll believe that and I'll go with that. I'll even take that. But you're not gonna tell me that was a natural born woman. You're not. You're not gonna give me that. I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna take it. And for years, people have been trying to pass these people off as women, and I don't know, but something is up. That's all I'm gonna say. Something is up. I don't know what the situation is with these people, but something is up. You know who else? And then people gonna be mad. People gonna be mad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway. Let's talk about these tennis playing sisters, Miss Venus and Serena Williams. Let's talk about that. All I can say is that they stood out to me too. And I was really proud of the stuff that they were doing as far as tennis players and how successful they were. And it really looked good for us as black women to have black women just killing it in the tennis game. It was really inspirational. I'm not saying it didn't inspire a lot of women to go, especially, or even African American women to even go into tennis or different type of sports. They were inspired by the Williams sisters, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful personally. But what you're not going to do, or what I don't think is fair to do, is to sit up here and put these women out here in front of our face, and then you have us idolizing them and little girls growing up, wanting to be them. But in all actuality, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Let us be 100% real. Go back and do some research. Go and look. There was a video. Go and look up young Serena and Venus Williams. Look at the pictures or the videos and the interviews that are existed when they first got into tennis. When they first got into tennis, before they became adults. Look at those videos and tell me that those are two little girls. Tell me that those are two little girls playing tennis. Come on, bruh. And then, come on, y'all. The way that Serena Williams is built, y'all. You can do all the plastic surgery in the world. You can do all the plastic surgery in the world, but you're not going to tell me. Now, the only other women that I've seen built like Serena Williams are bodybuilders. An average woman does not look like Serena Williams. You can hit the gym all day, but an average woman does not look like Serena Williams. The only body type I've seen that look like Serena Williams are bodybuilders. And bodybuilding females, that's a whole nother situation, okay? That never looked right to me. It never looked right. I'm not saying, people are like, oh, a woman can do anything a man can do. Yes, I didn't say that. But I'm just saying, when I see bodybuilding competitions, and I've I won't sit there and watch an entire one, but I've seen them. I know of them. You know what I'm saying? When I watch a bodybuilding competition, it's like, oh, okay. When it's men, it's like, okay, whatever. But then when you see some of those females get up on that stage and they start flexing and you know what I mean? And you see muscles in places you ain't even think females had muscles there. It's like, it makes you wonder, like, what's going on here? Like, I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot tell me those people are developing those bodies naturally. They are on some type of steroids. They are on some type of enhancing drug because I don't think any normal female, I don't care how much you hit the gym, is supposed to be built like some of these female bodybuilders they have out here. Like, why do you think it's called a bodybuilder? Think about it. Why do you think it's called a bodybuilder? They have done things to their body to enhance it, to make it, outside of the average, outside of the norm. That's why it's called bodybuilding. But anyway, so the last time I've seen a female shaped like that, like I said, like Serena Williams, was when I was watching a female bodybuilding competition. She got those type of muscles. You know what I'm saying? And she's not a female bodybuilder. So how is it you telling me a natural woman who all she does is play tennis? And I'm not saying tennis is not an extreme, strenuous activity. I'm not saying tennis is not, it's hard work. You're going to sweat. You're going to burn some calories. You're going to build some muscles playing tennis. Believe you me, your arms and legs going to be strong with the force, okay? But no, you're not going to tell me that's a natural born woman. You're not. You're not. You're just not going to do that. And her sister as well. Her sister as well. Now, I don't know why it's such a drastic difference between the two body types for sisters who's supposed to be twins. I don't know why their body types are so different. You know what I'm saying? Why is Venus just straight down, straight up and down? She ain't got no hips, she ain't got no butt, she has nothing. She's just straight up and down. But then Serena Williams is kapow, kapow everywhere. Like, what is that? What is that? And we know she has surgery. We know it's plastic surgery, but still, how come Venus didn't get the surgery to match? That's what I want to know. How you got one sister that look straight up and down, and then they got the other one who's curved out the wazoo and got all kind of type of muscles. Venus' arms are strong too, but they don't look like Serena's. But anyway, the point is, you're just not gonna pass off certain people in my face. Back in the day, I might have been like, whatever, and I let it slide. A lot of it, I let it slide. But nowadays, no, girl, we not gonna do that. What we not gonna do is, personally, I think that's disrespectful, especially now that we know transgenders are more popular nowadays, and it's in movies, it's in television, it's everywhere. It's like, why lie to people? Just tell us the truth. Like, just tell us the truth about you and how you grew up and what you decided to do, blah blah blah. That's your business. Ain't nobody gonna judge you, but the point is, don't lie to us is the point. That's how I'm looking at it. Is don't lie to me and tell me that's a female if it ain't no real female. You know what I'm saying? And then you have women, and that's another thing. I don't know if y'all remember the Queens of Comedy, but I'm gonna bring her up for a second. What was her name? Adele. Y'all remember Adele from the Queens of Comedy? Which was a great show. If you guys never seen the stand-up, the Queens of Comedy, with these four beautiful queens, I think it was Monique Samore, Adele, and damn, I forget the older lady name. Dang, I can't remember her name. But there was another lady. It was four of them. It's an amazing show. You guys definitely gotta check that out. It's worth the watch. It's worth watching back to back. It's over. If I could watch it today, I would. Like, it's still funny to me. So Adele, basically, she went on stage and she told a joke about Hollywood bitches. She was just like, you know what? How many people end up in the hospital for exhaustion? You know what I'm saying? How many people you know what I'm saying? How many girls is so tired that they end up in the hospital? Okay. All these celebrity people every other week, they in the news talking about, oh, this celebrity, she's in the hospital for exhaustion. What? Who goes to the hospital because you tired? Go take a nap. You feel me? Go get some rest. You'll be all right. So anyway, long story short, she told a joke like, "Oh, all these people trying to live up to these celebrity women," and she's like, "You better be happy with yourself because guess what? You're never gonna live up to the celebrity women because half of them are built." That was her joke, that they build these people in factories. You know that, right? So you in here, killing yourself every day trying to look like this person, and she built out of a factory. You feel me? And it was a joke at the time, but me looking back at it, it was like it's a lot of truth said in jest. You feel me? So yes, a lot of these female celebrities, don't be out here trying to kill yourself looking like these people because guess what? A lot of them fake. We all know over half of them got, 90% of them have plastic surgery of some kind. You know what I mean? So you in here in the gym, hitting the gym like you crazy, trying to like, oh, I want to look like Kim K. I want to look like. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Be happy with who you are. As long as you are healthy, you have your health. That is the main important thing. Um, you don't have to be out here sticking yourself with needles, filling up this, injecting that, cutting that, snipping that, pulling that. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that, okay? Because then you got people who do all that and they still don't look right, okay? And that's my point. They still don't look right. Kim K, she went overboard with the damn butt injections. Okay, at one point she was out here looking passable. She went overboard with the butt injections and now she looked like somebody's cartoon character. Like I just look like a caricature. You know what I'm saying? It's like wow, wow. It's too much. It's absolutely too much sometimes. Like I be like, I can't with these people. They be trying you. They do. They try you. Yes, they do. Why they feel the need to try you? I don't know, but they do. But yeah, that's what I mean by real recognize real. I'm a real woman. I'm a real female. So you're not going to put anything that's not real in front of my face and I'm not going to question it. Now, like I said, there are some that are very passable, so it's like it is what it is. You may not even look twice at that person. But I am looking twice at everybody nowadays. What? I'm looking 3 times at people. Like, we not to play them. We not about to play them games, okay? And it's just I feel bad for kids growing up nowadays. Like what? Talk about confusion. Talk about confusion. I feel bad for kids growing up nowadays. They don't know what they looking at no more. They don't. And even back in the day, stuff like this was going on. It just wasn't as publicized. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so, you didn't have, YouTube and all these people out here exposing celebrities. You didn't have that. So you just had to go with whatever information they was giving you off of the news, off of the television, off of the movies. You just had to go with that. No. Y'all, last thing. Okay, last thing. last thing, I swear. Right? So tell me how. Am I feeling this lipstick? I don't know. I feel like I can go a little darker. I actually really like dark lipsticks. I've noticed that lately. I don't know why. But I feel like they just pop off of my skin better. I don't like bright reds, but I like deep reds, purples, things of that nature. Like this color here, I'm into it. I'm feeling it. It's cute. I do want to put some mascara on too. Oopsies. I gotta sharpen this. But yeah, you're not gonna just put anything in front of my face and I'm supposed to be like, oh, okay. We not doing that. Right. So, okay, that's a little bit overdrawn. I gotta take some of that off, but yeah, that's basically it. That's all I had to say, you guys. I just want to get on here and mess with my face and then tell you guys my little story about. So there are some people who are passable. But my thing is, just tell us the truth. Like, we know. We know. You're not fooling nobody. You know how many people have talked about Serena Williams? You know how many people have said things that, oh, she looked like a man and all of this? And I'm not saying it's right, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? You just can't put certain things in front of people's face and think we not going to ask no questions. You just can't. It's not fair. It's not fair to us. Like, we not dummies. Like, we grown ass people. I should wear this lipstick more often. I don't know why I don't. But yeah, I wanted to do something to my eyes too. This video is hella long. Long for no reason type long. But it's cool. It is what it is. That's crazy. They be out here trying to play us. They be really out here trying to play people. I don't have another brush. Oh yeah, I did have a green one back there. That's the one I was looking for. This one. But yeah. So that's all I wanted to say, you guys. Was that, you know, real recognize real. You're not going to be able to, I don't know how long they're going to keep doing this, but people are not going to be fooled forever. People are not going to keep the wool pulled over their eyes forever. So they might as well just come out and tell the truth about a lot of these people. That's all I'm saying. It's too much confusion though. Really, too much confusion. Yeah, I have hooded eyelids, you guys, so I don't even bother with eyeshadow half the time because it's like, what's the point? I have no eyelid to put it on. It's like, why bother? You have no lids. But yeah. So yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there any other celebrity who just like really stood out to me like, okay, this is weird? Oh, but you know what else too? Funny thing is actually when I was in I think it was when I was in high school as well that there was this a rumor going around about Sierra, y'all. That Sierra got an Adam's apple. Sierra's actually a man. And they were saying this from the rip. She just came out and they clocked that bitch. She just came out and they clocked her ass. If you think about it, this was back in 2006, okay? Well, before then, actually. And Sierra just came out? There was a rumor. Did that stop guys from sweating her? No. But I know they took a double look. I know they took extra time to really look at her and be like, wait a minute. Are we looking at what we think we looking at? Or what's really happening? Okay? But yeah, there was definitely a rumor going around about Sierra back in high school. And I still believe it. I believe it. If you go back and you look at some of her pictures, look at them. Look at some of the pictures when she first came out. She had an Adam's apple. She did. You're not going to tell me that wasn't no Adam's apple. You're not going to tell me it was the angle that the picture was taken at. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing none of that. What I'm hearing is, yeah, exactly. What you're not going to do. Is tell me, oh, I'm not trying to hear that. That was the funniest rumor ever. Because I was low-key a little jealous of Sierra back in the day. Guys was sweating her. They was sweating her. I was a little jealous. Low-key. I mean, I could dance pretty good too, but I ain't no dang on Sierra, okay? Sierra came out and tried to make girls look bad. I was like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. What we not finna do? Okay? What we not finna do is out here having real females look bad. That's not right. That's not right at all. Wow, this live is like an hour long, you guys. Way too long. Entirely too long. I definitely said I was not gonna do like eyeshadow and all that extra shit. And I still did it. Like, and that's something I said I was not gonna do all this extra stuff. And I still did it. It's like I just don't get myself sometimes. Like, can't even really see it. That's the thing. Y'all can't even really see what I'm going for here. Like, I normally don't use blue, so I was just trying something different. I don't know how I feel about it, but uh-oh. I'm just over here messing up. Let me put a little bit more brown transition color in there. I'm done. I'm finished. It is what it is. And the funny thing is, I'm probably just gonna take this off in like an hour. So like, I took all that time to do what? To do nothing. Yeah, for real? That's how you feel eyelash? Alright. This mascara is a little dried out, girl. I wonder what would happen if, right? I took a little blue eyeshadow and mixed it in with my lipstick. I just feel like experimenting for a second real quick to see if it would make it blend better with my lipstick. I don't know. I want to try it though. Ooh. I kind of like that. I kind of like that, you guys. And this is a matte lipstick, so I don't want to put too much gloss on it. But yeah, so that's that, you guys. Phone is definitely about to die. That is cool. Just want you guys to kind of get a closer look. I mean, it's not, you know, it's alright. Like I'm saying, I ain't no makeup artist, so it is what it is. Oh, now it's telling me rotate the device back. Anyway. But yeah, so I'm done. Finished. Finito. God bless anybody who watches this entire thing because it is entirely too long. But I made my point. So, and my makeup is done. So, all right. Happy holidays to everybody. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your New Year's. See you guys next time. Honestly, let's talk about this hair real quick. Actually, you know what? I'll get back. I'll be back.